Bienvenidos. Welcome to Mrs. Brooks Spanish 1 and Spanish 2 course. I'm Mrs. Brooks and I look forward to working with you this year. This video is going to go over, excuse me, helpful information that will help you get started in the course. So one thing I want to point out to you is this video will apply both to Spanish 1 and Spanish 2. If there are any differences, I will let them know. First difference being that in Spanish 2 there are two versions, or excuse me, not Spanish 2. In Spanish 1 there are two versions. You have a version 9 and a version 16. If you recently enrolled in the course, you are version 16. If you were enrolled in the course during the summer, you probably are version 9. However, the way for you to see which version you are in is if you look at the black toolbar at the top, you'll see your course, Spanish 1 V9 or Spanish 1 V16. So obviously, you can tell which one you're in by that way. Okay, so let's just talk a little bit about myself. I'm a graduate from the University of Florida. I've been teaching for about 10 years. I can teach Spanish, social sciences, and critical thinking. If you're interested in any more information about me, there is an All About Mrs. Brooks tab that you can find a lot of helpful, well, I don't know if it's helpful, but a lot of interesting information about myself there. Okay, so remember, I'm here to help. So if you need help, you can do that by emailing me, calling me, or texting me. My contact information is right there. My contact information is also found throughout my homepage and the rest of my course. Okay, I am on the phone a lot, so please remember, if you call and I don't answer, please leave me a message so that I can return your phone call. If you do not leave me a message, I will not call you back, so kind of keep that in mind. Also, please be aware that it might be the next day before I can get back to you, so please be patient, as I will get back to you as soon as I possibly can. With that said, text messaging is always the best way to get a hold of me. It is the fastest way to get a hold of me, so if you have any questions that can be answered that way, please feel free to utilize text to do so. If it's something that I need to actually speak to you about, I will definitely give you a quick call back about it, okay? Also, just real quick, if there are any questions or concerns that you have about the course, go ahead and write them down, remember them, so that when you and I do actually complete our welcome call, you can ask them and I can clarify things for you. Okay, so with that said, communication is the key. So please, 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 please remember, if you need help, reach out to me. I cannot help you if you don't do so. So email me, call me, or text me, any of those three ways. Remember that. It's also good for you to just kind of keep in contact with me and let me know what's going on in life. Life happens. If your internet goes down, your computer goes down, you're on vacation, there's personal issues, things like that, just let me know something's going on so that I know that you're not just ignoring the course. I can't be flexible and understanding if you don't communicate these types of things with me, okay? All right, so let's talk about our grace period here. Those of you that have been in an online course before know what a grace period is, okay? So basically it's a certain number of days that you have to get to a certain amount of work in order to remain in the course. So during the regular school year, it is 28 days from the date of activation. During the summer, it is 14 days from the day of activation. So just kind of keep that. They both require you to be at 20% by the 28th day or the 14th day, depending on when you were enrolled in the course. Anything under 20% by that 28th day is going to be considered an automatic withdrawal, okay? I cannot guarantee that you will be put back in the course immediately if you try to re-enroll in it. There is a waiting list from the course, so please don't lose your spot. You must complete all of segment 1 before you move on to segment 2. You are required to submit about 5 assignments every 7 days or every week. So that's basically 1 assignment per day. It's really important that you make sure you do turn in work. You can visit your course tab, so your Spanish 1 or Spanish 2, whichever one you're in, to see the pre-made charts to help you kind of figure out what you need to turn in each week. You do have 2 emails. Remember that. It's important that you check them daily. Okay, the 2 emails, we have one with your Florida Virtual School website. There would be an envelope at the very top. You'll see it. I believe it's red. It will have a number there depending on the number of emails that you have. 2 emails would have a number 2. Okay, kind of the same thing for your educator. As you'll see by the yellow circle there of the envelope there, that envelope will have a number on it depending on the number of emails you have. It is your responsibility to check it daily. If you miss out on important information because you don't check it, it's not really going to be very good for you. All right. The one thing nobody ever wants to talk about is academic integrity. So what you need to do is basically do your own work. That's the best way to avoid any kind of academic integrity issues and avoid being withdrawn from the class and avoid not being able to take courses again. Okay, so we do use Turnitin.com to tell us, and flag your assignments whenever it has been copied by someone. So you can basically expect to get an email or a phone call from me just kind of wanting to know what happened. People make mistakes. I get it. No problem. But it's just very important that you remember to do your own work. So do not use translators and do not use Spanish speaking family or friends. That's not going to help you any either. And it is considered cheating as well. Believe me, I can always tell if you use a translator. You might not think it, but I can always tell. Okay. And if you are required to write a paragraph or a paper or anything of some sorts regarding any information that you need to do research on, we do use MLA format, so keep that in mind also. All right. I will be contacting your parent every month to let them know how you're doing. They're going to know all the helpful information that they want to know, your grade, how much work you're doing, how much you have left to do, so forth and so on. I do that by email, so every month they will receive an email. I do ask that they respond to it in one way, form, or fashion so that I know that they have responded to it. And please make sure you provide me with an email that actually works. Unfortunately, sometimes our records don't have the correct information, and it's really hard to track you guys down if we don't have that information. Okay. Your parent, please, mom, dad, if you're listening, you are more than welcome to contact me anytime you need any help, anytime you have any questions about how your son or daughter is doing in the course. All right, so we're going to move on a little bit to the navigation tabs here. On the left-hand side, when you log on, you will see these navigation tabs. You will see Home, DBA information, Spanish 1, Spanish 2, helpful videos, etc. It's really important that you go through each of them and know the information that you need to know so that you can be successful in the course. A couple more little helpful tips about the toolbar that you have in Educator. There is a black bar that runs across the top. You'll see a book, an inbox, a house, 3 lines, and an envelope. You'll see that I have told you what each one of those is. Obviously, in the book is where you'll find your lessons. You're going to go to those lessons. You're going to go through each lesson, and at the end of every lesson is where you will find your assignments. Your inbox or your assignment box is basically where you're going to actually use to submit it. It is very important that you go to the help videos and watch the how do I submit video so that you know exactly how you're supposed to submit your assignments. A little bit more on your assessments or your assignments. All work must be turned in a Word format. We do offer Microsoft Office free to students. If you see that yellow circle there, there's a orange rectangle at the very top that will allow you to download the program and use it both for a Mac or a PC. We do not have Pages, so please do not submit any work in Pages as I cannot open them, so you'll end up having to redo them anyway. Okay, I do not accept work by email. None of us do. We also do not accept assignments in the student comment section. Again, this is why it's very important for you to go to the help video and watch those videos that are in there. And we never ever accept Prezi presentations as well. A little bit more about your assessments. I will go through them and I will make corrections, hints, suggestions to you. Those will come to you by email, so that's one of the reasons why it's important that you check your Educator email. All right, anything that is a 75% or below, not a quiz or an exam, can be redone up to one time. You have one opportunity to redo it. If you submit the same assignment after I've sent it back to you, I'm going to assume you don't want to make those corrections and you will simply get the grade that you have on it will stand. Quizzes you can reset your quizzes up to 3 times. On that 3rd time, that is the one that will stand. So if you get a 90, great. If you get a 25, unfortunately, that's what it is because you've had 3 opportunities to take it. If that is the case, though, I do suggest you reach out to me to get some help or review the lesson again so that you know it when it comes time to your exam time. And unfortunately, exams cannot be retaken. All right, I've referenced several times the help videos. If you see there by the red circle there, it says help videos. In there, there's information about formatting, submitting your assignments, resubmitting your assignments, voice activities, etc. You are responsible for knowing how to do these things, so it is very important that you do go and watch them. They are short, 2 to 3 minutes each, basically. All right, here I'm going to point out a difference for Spanish 2 only. Spanish 2, there are 2 types of voice activities. There's a discussion voice activity and a regular standard voice activity. Again, there are 2 videos that you're going to want to watch that explain you how to explain and walk through how to do them. There are 2 ways to do it. You can use the add audio button, which is not very good, or you can use Vocaroo. Again, those videos will show you how to do so, but it is very important that you are aware of them and you know what to do. Those of you that have had an online course know exactly what a DBA is. Yes, you do have DBAs in both of these courses. If you do not know what a DBA is, it's it's even more important for you to go to the DBA information tab so that you know everything you need to know about your DBA, and it will explain everything there. Basically, it is a phone call that you and I will have where we will discuss the module. Make sure you understand everything. When you successfully complete it, you will get your password for your exam and be able to take your exam. All right, other thing I want to point out to you is I cannot help with technical issues. If you have any issues with anything technical, links won't open, videos won't play, program won't work, I cannot help you with that. I do not have the ability to go in and fix any of that, so you will need to call technical support. The technical support information will be found at the very bottom of the home page. All right, so make sure that you do know that information if you need it. I want to point out to you that iPads, some tablets, iPhones, Chrome notebooks are all going to cause you issues. You will not be able to do lots of things with those. Specifically with iPhones and iPads, you will not be able to do any voice activities or hear any voice activities. The Chrome notebooks, for whatever reason, don't work with a lot of things in the program, so you want to kind of keep that in mind, okay? Basically, what's next is after you're done watching this video, you are going to go complete the welcome call form, and all you have to do is to click on the active link that you see there to complete that form. It's got information for me that I'm going to need for you, and then once you have done that, you can schedule your call, and you do so by picking whichever course it is, Spanish 1 welcome call or Spanish 2 welcome call, and you will schedule it. It's very easy for you to do so. It walks you right through it, so there's no questions or concerns about how to do it. It's very, very easy. The one thing I want to point out to you is you will get an email confirmation if you have successfully done it. If you have not successfully scheduled your call, you will not get an email. Also, make sure you use Eastern Standard Time, as that is the time that we all use here in Florida. And we are basically finished, so I look forward to working with you this school year. Remember, I am here to help you, and if there is anything that I can do for you or your mom or dad, please let me know. I'll be more than happy to do whatever it is I can to help you guys. Have a great day.